Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is CT Bricks and welcome to my 75302 Imperial Shuttle review. This set has 660 pieces and retails for 100 Canadian dollars and 70 US dollars. This set came out in March 1st, 2021, and we're going to be taking a look at it. So without any further ado, let's get on into the minifigs. The first minifig we have up here is the Imperial Shuttle officer slash pilot. This guy is just your standard Imperial officer, just dressed in black pretty much. He's got a little insignia on his cap there. The cap itself is actually pretty neat. I do like the mold of it. It's definitely new, and it's definitely a lot better than the previous molds of the officers' caps. This guy also comes with a little blaster for protection, and his body prints are not bad. He also has some back prints. But all in all, nothing too special going on with this guy, but it's a nice inclusion to say the least. Alright, so here is Darth Vader. This Darth Vader is pretty underwhelming, and that's because it doesn't come with arm printing, but that's kind of to be expected, and also the cape that it comes with doesn't really match the playability, and I'll get into that once we get into the interior of this ship. It doesn't go well with it, is what I'm trying to say, and I'll get to that momentarily, but let's just continue on with this. He still has his new face print. All in all, pretty nice. I do like the back prints as well, just for the extra burn mark details. All in all, really solid fig, except no arm printing, but that's okay. He does have some back prints as well, and it just comes with his red lightsaber, but that is about it for Darth Vader. And here we have Luke Skywalker. This is your run-of-the-mill Luke Skywalker. There's nothing too fancy. He does have a little pouch on his waist on the back here, but all in all, just a standard Luke Skywalker from Episode 6 with his green lightsaber. But this Luke Skywalker does come with a set of handcuffs, because this is based off the Return of the Jedi scene where he hands himself into the Empire. And so he gets to see his dad, Darth Vader, and you know how it goes. You've all watched the movie. He hands himself into the Empire and does his thing. But yeah, this is what it's based off of, and yeah, pretty nice figure. I don't think he has a back face. Oh, yeah, he does. It's more stern. My bad. He does have some dark blonde hair as well, and a black hand here to represent his robotic hand. So that's about it for Luke. So let's get on to the actual set itself. Alright, so taking a look at this at face value, it looks not bad until you kind of lift it up a bit and you can see a lot of black and gray. I'm not that big of a fan of that. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, it looks really funky. The cockpit does lift open to fit the officer. Pretty standard stuff, but there's no like control panel or anything. You just kind of sits there. But yeah, there's too much like gray showing. I guess they did it so you can easily access the stud shooters here. I guess I'll demonstrate that right here. But yeah, there's that. Unfortunately, it does look a little bit funky if it's like displayed like this, but what are you gonna do? It's just how it's made. Unfortunately, they didn't do it better, but that's just what we gotta deal with for $100 Imperial Shuttle. But yeah, you can actually pick this up from the top wing just like this, no problem at all. There's a lot of Technic in the middle here to support it, and you could also take down the wings just like that in its flight mode, and it looks pretty nice. I think it looks nice in its flight mode, and to land it, you just lift them back up. And speaking of landing, the landing gear is little lackluster. They're just little Technic pieces, and it just kind of sits here. But it does wobble a bit, as you can see. There's a lot of flaws with this, as you can tell. There's also a neat little printed piece right here, like some sort of fan or something. That's the only printed piece, and there's also no stickers at all in this set, so there's that. But yeah, let's talk about the interior real quick. To access the interior, all you have to do is lift up this little mechanism here, and voila, it is now open. I'll take down the wings a bit so you can see it a bit better. Yeah, that's it. That's the interior. Yeah, pretty underwhelming, and now I'll show you what the figures look like inside. More specifically, Darth Vader. Yeah, so his cape gets bent really bad. And so if you put him in there for a long period of time, the cape will obviously bend and be misshapen forever. Now, there's actually a simple solution to fix this issue, and this is something that LEGO should have done. But this is the Darth Vader from the Death Star Duel set. And look at the cape, how light and movable it is. Compared to this one, this is a more firm fabric. Now, look, watch when I put Darth Vader in here. The cape just moves freely and it doesn't bother it at all because it's just a light fabric and it won't damage this fabric. This is something that LEGO should have done. They should have just used this cape. I don't know why they didn't do that. Obviously, kids are going to be playing in this, like, in and out all the time and leaving the Darth Vader in there for long periods of time. So this is obviously going to get damaged. So I have no idea what LEGO was thinking, but there is that huge drawback that I wanted to point out. So here's what Luke and Vader look like when they're sitting in there. There's definitely not a lot of room in there, and I feel like that would be a very uncomfortable ride, especially if that's your father. Darth Vader is a very menacing guy, so I feel like that would be very uncomfortable for Luke. But here's the back of the ship. I'm not quite sure what these are. These might be little cannons or something, but these are the thrusters back here, and there's some lights on the side of the ship here and on the top as well. So when you fold open the cockpit, it just barely almost hits that, but it doesn't, which is nice. And it also just perfectly is level with the landing gear, which is also pretty nice. There's a lot of guns on the ship too, that being on the wings here and up here. But all in all, it's like not terrible. I just really don't like the flaws. Like, having this on display and seeing this, looking at this a lot, is just gonna put a little sour taste in my mouth. But I'll get over it. I don't know. Some of it looks a little bit funky and the interior is really small, but other than that, I can get over it. And this set is okay. I don't mind it. I do recommend it if you don't already have one of these like me. This is my first Imperial Shuttle. I think that's all I gotta say for this guy. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye. And stay tuned for the time lapse.